Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. It seems like another defense minister is going to be replaced at on order, and that would be the Italy's defense minister. What did he do? Well, he didn't parrot the party line, which is, we all have to support Ukraine with our children, with our money, with everything else. Against the Russian unprovoked attack, and Russia must be defeated. How? I don't know, but must be defeated. So until the victory day, yes. So what happened here in this BS? It happened this. Ukrainska Pravda, Sunday, the 23rd of April, 2023. This guy worked hard at midnight, right here, 6 minutes past midnight. Italy's defense minister advocates Ukraine-Russia negotiations mediated by China. Holy moly, maca fucking roly. What's this? We got, let's have this, okay? We have first, Russia-Ukraine negotiations. Now that's bad. And then mediated, bad, by who else but China. So, guy, you got to go. Nice, tie knot, but you got to go. I'm sorry to say that. So, Guido Crosetto, the Italian Minister of Defense, advocated bringing Ukraine and Russia to the negotiating table, mediated by China. Wow. I don't know when this guy woke up, but you know that this is an impossibility. You can make the sun maybe rise later during the day than have this happening. Source: Libero Quotidiano, citing Crosetto in an interview with La Stampa. Mikhailo Podolyak, the advisor to the head of office of the President of Ukraine, on Twitter. Quote from Crosetto: regarding the war in Ukraine, Italy is moving in two main directions. The first is help, that is, we must guarantee Ukraine's right to self-defense. On the other hand, though, we feel a constant and daily commitment to try to bring both parties to the peace table. For, at present, the only thing we can try to do is not to end the war, but to halt the confrontation and try to put two interlocutors at the same table, who do not communicate with each other and have nothing in common. Only a language is very close, genetically very close, traditions are very close, nothing very. They're very close as nations, but hey, nothing in common. But I know what he meant. I would like Europe to play a bigger role in trying to douse water on the fire. Hey, you forgot here, US fire. Because you're great at pouring gas, but there's no one who's a firefighter. We need firefighters in a world where the United Nations, which should have been a firefighter, has lost its ability to be one. As the Security Council is blocked by permanent members like Russia, China, USA, that's unbelievable, courageous, from Mr. Crosetto. Therefore, we need another interlocutor for peace, end quote. Details: the minister expressed the opinion that, and I'm quoting, China should be an interlocutor at the negotiating table, end quote. At the same time, Mikhailo Podolyak, the advisor to the head of office of the President of Ukraine, emphasized that and I'm quoting, peaceful settlement, end quote, is impossible after 423 days of bloody war. Okay, let's keep going then. But what if those guys that you tell them that peaceful settlement is impossible say, okay then, no more help for you. I guess the next day you're gonna call Putin and say, hey, can we talk? Duh. Quote from Podolyak, back to the basics. Yeah. When someone talks about a peaceful settlement, Ukraine only hears surrender, capitulate, comply with the Russian ultimatum, end quote. Yes, that could be, close to reality. After 423 days of the bloody war, supported by your weasels that could plug it off. That is impossible because it is a contrived war of extermination waged by the Russian Federation, not a mythical conflict. There is no room for settlement. Background: at the end of January, Italian Defense Minister Guido Crosetto advocated maintaining dialogue channels for the Russian people, stressing that not only Russians should be considered enemies. Okay, well, what can you say? See, this Mr. Podolyak talks tough because he is supported by his masters. That's the only reason. If the masters would not be able to support him with our money, or the bank's money, but they get the money from the bank in our names and then we pay for it, then Mr. Podolyak would be naked. You know what I mean? No pants on and nothing to see, actually. So I think the Italian Minister of Defense has a good start. The other ones, it's very strange that when you mention the Ukrainians, hey, end of war or negotiations, they're like you burn them with a fucking, I don't know, a red hot iron or something. What did you guys expect? You know that without the support of the 40 countries that are fighting Russia with Ukrainian nation, unfortunately, without those you will be done. So you're in no way of doing anything. But I think this is how the Ukrainians reason. Okay, well, we are doing your bidding. We are defending you from the Russians. So if we stop fighting, your plan goes into pieces. Therefore, you support us, we fight, and maybe your plan is going to be fulfilled. You don't give us money and whatever we want and more, we're not going to fight. Your plan will be done, and I guarantee you the Ukrainians and the Russians will find a common denominator. As it is, common denominator they will find. I guarantee you that. They didn't have to start what they started. All that could have been solved between the Ukrainians and the Americans and the Russians, but you got the Americans inside, and they will help and support the Ukrainian people being independent and their sovereignty. And okay, sorry, I was just getting carried away by the free and true information I'm getting from the Western mass media. So my friends, this guy will be either replaced or he's going to sing a different tune in about 48 hours after he is going to be, hey, compoleta papaleta, shut up. You like your job? Yeah, then shut up. Go tomorrow, go in front of all these idiots and make this statement. Listen. Capisci? Alright, then go, you climp. Alright, I think that's what's going to happen most likely than sticking with what he said. He's going to be just brought back into the community of free people and truth and honesty. And thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.